Hello, good afternoon, welcome back to my channel. It's Louise from Louise's Lifestyle. Thank you for joining me. This afternoon I thought I'd get cracking with planting some chili seeds, some hyacinth beans and some bottle gourd seeds, because it's been 6 days now since I got back from Bangladesh and time's ticking on, and I'm aware that a lot of people have already got their plants up and running, and basically because I wasn't here, so I haven't been able to plant mine, so I'm going to start planting these today. So what I've done already, I've got some in these very small pots. I've had some used compost. Basically there was some seeds already in there that had died off, so I've just reused it. I don't want to waste the compost, and what I've got in here is in there I've got these black chilies here, and then I've got nagas in, I think, yeah, that one's the naga chili. I'm gutted really that I can't find the whole chili pods that I dried for, it's about a month drying them out, and I've definitely brought them back with me, and I've looked in the bin even, you know, to think that perhaps I've thrown them away by mistake, but I can't find them anywhere. So these naga seeds will have to do. I've got these green chilies or katamoris in this one, and then I've got the white naga. Some of you who watch my channel may remember a lady called Susan Davis. She sent me some white naga chilies. They weren't white naga, there was a different name, but I call them white naga, and so I've got those in there. So I'll get them covered up with a little bit of compost, and I'll pop them on a heat mat. With the hyacinth beans, what I'm going to do is, first of all, I need to open the packet, so let me just do that. I'll come back in a sec. So these are the hyacinth beans, or uri or sim type of bean. I did grow some last year in the polytunnel on the allotment, and I got quite a good crop. So I did start, I think it was May when we planted them. So hopefully I'll have a little bit more of a head start and get these going. And what I'm going to do is put them in this jam jar. Oh, I think I've dropped one. Put them in this jam jar rather than planting them in the soil, because sometimes they turn to mush when you've not got your eye on them. So I've got wet paper towel in there, and then what I'm going to do is the seeds, I'll pop them in, and then I'll show you how I hope they'll germinate. Right, so they're in there in the jam jar, and they're in contact with moisture basically, so hopefully they will germinate and they won't turn to mush. As I say, this is a problem with these bean seeds. They can go mushy even when you plant them in the best compost and what have you. So rather than wasting compost and digging out, bean seeds that have gone all mushy and contaminating the soil, I put them in this jam jar, wet paper towel, put them on a sunny windowsill, and fingers crossed they'll germinate. Once they've germinated, then I can transfer them into soil. So there's roughly about 10 seeds in there in various pockets of the jam jar there. Right, so what I'm going to do next, I'm going to get some bottle gourd seeds. And what I'm going to do is, I've got two different bags from different people. So I got these from the guy, Gulshan Park. He got me those seeds, and the gardener that works in my late brother-in-law's rooftop garden, he got me these. So, and then these seeds here, the packet's already been opened. These basically, this is what these are. This packet was used by my late brother-in-law, and so his son gave me these seeds. Some of these chili seeds here, those were his as well. So I'm just going to empty them out. There's no point in keeping them because we don't know how old these these particular seeds, they might be a couple of years old, so they may not germinate at all. So just shake them out. There's not many in there anyway. There's another one in there. And I'm using this spent compost. There was a plant in here. Sadly, the plant's died. So I've just taken the plant out, and it basically died because the soil was so dry. Fortunately, a lot of things have deteriorated since my time away. But that's such is life. That's what happens. You know, plants grow and they die. So I'm just going to pop those in there, and then I'm going to get a few of these as well. I'm going to plant a row of those, and then I'm going to plant a row of these as well. So I'll just press them into the soil, nothing fancy really. Just press them into the soil, not too deep, and put them on the sunny windowsill, and hopefully they germinate. And the reason you might think, well, why is she planting them all in one pot and not individually? Because a lot of the time, if you plant things individually, I find they don't always germinate, and you end up wasting pots and soil, you know, compost. So this compost was used anyway. As I say, there was a plant in here that's died off. And let's see what germinates, and when they do germinate, hopefully, then I can take them out and pot them on individually, rather than, you know, wasting a lot of compost on individual pots or modules or whatever you like to grow them in. Right, so that's the bottle gourd. I'm going to cover these chilli seeds up, and I've done my beans. I don't think I want to... Oh yes, I've got to do my aubergines as well, so I'll do the aubergines as well. Right, so I've got the aubergine seeds in. I just need to cover them, and labelled long aubergine, because I don't know the actual name, but they're the long skinny variety. And you might wondered why I've just scattered a load in like that and not individually. As I've just said, I don't want to waste compost individually putting one seed in one pot, because a lot of these seeds may not germinate, if any. So this is the name of the game, you know. When you're planting seeds, you might not get any germination, you know, unlucky, but that's the way it goes sometimes, and then you have to start again, you know. So I'd rather use one pot, see what germinates, and then when they have germinated, prick them out and individually pot them on. Okay, so what I've done is I've just put some cling film over the top just to keep the moisture in. Same with the chili seeds and the aubergine. And I thought while I was doing this, I might as well get the lotus, or shapla fool as they call it in Bangla, fool meaning flower. So I just stuck them in some water. It says to keep them in water, scarify the seed. I did try to scratch the seeds, and then I'll just leave that on the heat mat. And let's see, I've never grown lotus seeds before. The beans, they're not going on the heat mat. I'm just going to pop those on the windowsill. Let's see what happens. Right, so you can see it's been, what, 12 days since they've been planted, and so these bottle gourds have come up really well. They look good. I'm sorry about the video quality where I was showing you that I was planting these, and I think I cut off the top half of you couldn't see what was going on, but anyway, they're in there. I think there might be a few more in there that need to come up, but I planted from both bags of bottle gourd, so I may have two different varieties in here, but I was told that they were the long sort of Coke bottle shape gourds, but you never know when you're getting seeds from somewhere like in Bangladesh, what type you're going to get. But anyway, the plants look healthy enough, and when they get a little bit bigger and the roots are filled out a little bit more, then I will separate them. I'm not going to separate them just yet because they are quite delicate, so I'll wait until they're a little bit bigger. And in that video you will have seen I planted some hyacinth beans in wet tissue in this jam jar, and there they are, they've germinated. No mushiness going on there. Don't need heat for these. These have just been on my kitchen windowsill, so you don't need to put these. In fact, heat would probably cause them to rot. So yeah, avoid the heat when you're germinating hyacinth beans. They are prone to rot. Right, what have we got here? So these are the long aubergine, Bangladeshi aubergine. So there's 4 have popped up. I did plant a lot more in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop the cling film back on, and I'll stick this back on the heat mat. It's been on a heat mat, and I'll wait for the rest of the seedlings to pop up, because there were definitely more chili seeds. Oh, it's not chili seeds, aubergines in there. So speaking of chili seeds, I did plant 4 types of chili seeds, and the only ones that have germinated are these. Now I've labelled them white naga. That isn't their actual name. I'll put the actual name up just so that I know which is which. And I got the actual chili from my friend Susan Davies, who grows lots of Bangladeshi type vegetables and chilies, and she very kindly sent me these last summer to taste, and I tasted them. They were really nice, and that's why I labelled it as white naga. They were white chili with a naga-ish flavour and heat. So these have popped up, and they're a little bit bent over because they were straining towards the light, but and I will transfer those into a deeper pot now that you can see there's a root going straight down. So I'm just going to lift the whole lot out into not as deep a pot as that, but maybe double the size of this. You can see that one there. It's just trying to get through. So yeah, that's what's germinated at the moment. And I have just planted some more Bangladeshi. Well, they're not from Bangladesh, but it's a vegetable that's commonly grown in Bangladesh, but I got the seeds from eBay. I couldn't find them in Bangladesh. I've done another video separate to this, so I'll upload that after this one has been aired. So tell me what you think, everyone. Hopefully I'll have a rifle through my other Bangladeshi vegetable seeds and get some of those planted and do another video on that. So thanks for watching, everyone. Take care. Bye bye.